Chapter 7 of the book Gone Bad. "You're funny," he exclaimed at her, and nearly went out in a strange delight. Was I a freak? Nick was behaving as if nothing happened, and he let my soul out from me just to have him back, and he was here talking shit with her. "Yeah, I guess Emily found you," I remarked as I marked my presence in the room. Strange hesitation, a few unwelcome grins, and there I was. "So you didn't tell me why you came all the way along to bother yourself?" he asked her. His voice marked a peculiar excitement, a debauch, a fury I had seen on grounds long lost before. "I'm an editor and I interrupted. I may say I didn't like her speak, her voice filled with a dishonor, a captivity of losing Bella. "She was here for a sort of work with me, and now I guess it's all done," and I looked at her in a mark of retreat. "And now I guess there's no need for her to stay, as I have a few things to talk with my husband," and I looked at Nick. The frail smile that he passed at me as his eyes were busy watching her back as she stood up. Amazing, isn't it? I talked to myself. Nick didn't like her retreat, but was infirm to block my words. After a few days. That day I woke up unlike the other times. My bed seemed cozy than it had always did. Nick laid aside. I smiled as I saw him move his finger by the side of his lips as he was lingering by. I would say if all I did, I still had an affection for him and need of possessing him in my wildest dreams. I walked by the stairs and went down to all my household stuff. By the end of the hour, Nick took time to come down and dress up. We were by the dining table till the end of 12. "Amy, I was thinking of a book," he asked me. "What book?" I replied in a peculiar sense of questioning. "Your book. You're to write," he remarked and took a bite of sandwich I made and cheese dripped by the side of his collar, and he looked around for the napkin. As I passed him the same, I replied, "Yeah, it'll be a strong break." We never really had a conversation about my books, as I knew it was never a thing that he pursued in me. It's a fact, two people with equal stands could never live out in peace, as there leaves no room to learn. "Nick, why did you ask me of my book?" I asked. I was..." And before he could complete, the phone rang. Right on a Sunday morning, at 12:48 p.m., who did you expect at the other side? I was suspicious. "Let me have it," I voiced and stood up. "Amy Dunn, who's this?" "Emily Parking. I work for Mr. Belts. Can I have Mr. Dunn?" "Nick," I called out. "Yes," he replied. And then I had in that room were some sort of curious expressions and atypical words. Nick exclaimed. As he hung up the phone, I reached him straight and asked him about it all. "Melina said Harry went missing a day before. Moreover, he is not responding to any of his calls, has his credits and all essentials missing," said he. Harry built an emerging entrepreneur and a mogul, ran into nothing. "But how could it be?" I exclaimed in surprise. "I don't know. I talked to him a night before and he is sure that everything's fine. None of his business troubles and nothing else. I'm stuck, Amy. He couldn't just get away." I may say, I could clearly sense his fear by his voice, something just jammed between the words he said and something that damned behind his crippled words. "I'm leaving," said he, and rushed to get the car keys. "I'm coming," said I, and joined him. That's the end of the 7th chapter of the book Gone Bad. Chapter 7 of the book Gone Bad. "You're funny," he exclaimed at her, and nearly went out in a strange delight. Was I a freak? Nick was behaving as if nothing happened, and he let my soul out from me just to have him back, and he was here talking shit with her. "Yeah, I guess Emily found you," I remarked as I marked my presence in the room. Strange hesitation, a few unwelcome grins, and there I was. "So you didn't tell me why you came all the way along to bother yourself?" he asked her. His voice marked a peculiar excitement, a debauch, a fury I had seen on grounds long lost before. "I'm an editor and I interrupted. I may say I didn't like her speak, her voice filled with a dishonor, a captivity of losing Bella.